let's think about the moves that Trump has made, right, since his win. Okay.
I'm looking forward to all those things again. Like, who do you think is the first person to be fired?
That would be a good bet.
Do you think?
I'm going to say.
I think Elon Musk.
Well, did you hear? He and Vivek, my buddy Ramaswamy, are going to be heading a division called the Department of Governmental, what's it called? Efficiency.
Yeah, I heard it was government efficiency.
And you know what
basically tear down all the regulations for business.
The letters are Doge, like Dogecoin that Musk supports.
Yeah.
So
I might have to start buying Dogecoin.
Oh, Doge went up like 100-something% in the past week or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So that said, these guys are their goal is to cut $2 trillion off of the, I don't know, government excess or whatever it is, right? Do you know how much? I think the entire budget is like $6 trillion. Okay, so you're telling me they want to cut like 30-something%?
They're gonna give tax breaks to the rich, obviously.
Well, they're just going to continue what Trump started because that's going to expire.
I mean, I hope to get a nice corporate tax cut at least.
Well, I'm glad someone's taking advantage. Yeah,
might as well
with your blood money. Okay.
I mean, obviously,
enjoy.
I think that. Yeah, thank you. For me, I'm not. Personally myself, I'm probably not going to be that gravely affected.
Right. I mean, a lot of
working
professionals are not going to be. That's true.
But the working class people, that voted for him are probably going to be even more affected. But they may not see the effects till much later.
Well, if his tariff plan actually goes into execution, it's like there's going to be people are going to pay about anywhere between $1,800 to $2,000 more for their daily expenses. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe they'll start.
What products do you think are going to be affected the most by the tariffs?
If he does them? It's probably going to be like electronic goods made in China.
Right.
Kitchenware, stuff like that.
Do you think anything high tech, maybe?
What would you consider
semiconductors or anything?
What's interesting, right, is that a lot of companies are sort of planning to counter the tariff thing.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're buying up a lot of equipment right now, right? And so this has caused a lot of these small manufacturing companies in the U.S. To actually cut off their Christmas bonuses for their workers. So it's already affecting the economy.
Yeah.
So it's like these people manufacturing workers who voted for him kind of fucked themselves out of their Christmas bonus.
I mean, I really don't want to see a bad economy. I don't.
No one wants to see that.
Even if Trump is at fault for it,
it really helps no one. That's the problem. It's just like it helps no one except for the next politician who wants to bitch about the economy. That's it.
Yeah.
In any case, okay. So this one killed me. All right. So we were talking about the Palestinians and the Arab Americans who were doing their counter vote against Biden, right, and voted for Trump, which was a significant number in Michigan, right? Now, did you see who Trump wants to hire for ambassador to Israel?
Yeah.
One, Mike Huckabee, who is, Huckabee, who does not even recognize the Palestinian state.
Yeah. Well, he's an evangelical Christian.
Yeah, he doesn't believe, he's a Zionist crazy, right?
He just wants the world to end, according to the biblical.
He wants to go to heaven. Yeah,
one of the reasons why Israel got a state in the first place.
He wants to ride in a super chariot up to the heavens.
He wants to see the apocalypse, basically.
All right, so this guy...
Because it's going to be like, hey, the Bible was right.
Huckabee refuses to use the term West Bank.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
I don't really...
You're the ambassador to Israel, my friend.
I mean, we all knew this was going to happen when Trump got elected, though, right?
And then you know who he wants for Secretary of State?
Oh, it's
Lil Marco.
yeah, Marco Rubio.
Yeah, who is exceptionally pro-Israel.
I mean,
So
but the thing is,
hey,
like a lot of isn't Biden didn't do anything either
dude,
as far as pro-Israel
he,
goes. He's allowed them. He's like, oh, don't stop
okay,
sending weapons, but
okay,
he allowed them to do it.
but okay, first of all,
And maybe the war is going to continue even longer.
He is a voice of defiance against Netanyahu. All right,
I doubt he's just kind of like letting him go.
Dude, you are so apologizing for Trump right now.
No, I don't.
So
Trump is bad, but Biden hasn't done that much more.
He hasn't, but he is not.
Okay, I think they're both pretty much in the same boat. To be honest, it's not that much different.
Let me tell you another little piece of news.
That's why the Israelis
they just proposed a new plan to annex Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
well, that means what their move is.
That means there's not going to be any more Palestinian state, let alone a two-state solution.
Right.
Okay. So basically, they want to kick out all the Palestinians. All right, and take it over and build their hotels and shit for Jared Kushner on the West Bank. Have a nice like coastal commercial area. So this is what these people have voted for from Michigan. All right, I'm just saying, this is what has happened. Already.
A lot of them didn't vote for Trump.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of them just voted.
And maybe I'm not being fair. Maybe
there's a few that voted for Trump partially because, hey, if you know.
But once again,
that is an issue for them. I think that is like life and death. So it's like for abortion for women. I think for anyone that has like, you know, a lot of them have like relatives that probably got killed in Gaza. So they're like right away they want immediate action, and that hasn't happened. You know,
they got some immediate action.
Well, I can't really blame them. You know, I mean that's their brother or sister who died.
It's not their fault. It's nobody's one group's fault, like we said, right?
But why didn't
once again voting? They didn't think about it.
But why didn't Kamala allow the pro-Palestinian person to speak at the DNC?
Because it is that much of a hot topic. It's too
well. Then they didn't pick a side, and they weren't. You know, they just said they didn't do enough to win them over. Then.
See what I'm saying.
I mean, you can't blame them.
What I'm saying is,
can't blame them.
What I'm saying is,
they had a free choice to vote for. A lot of them didn't vote for Trump, but you know, a lot of Muslims in general are very conservative. So they're thinking like Trump didn't do anything his previous 4 years.
Look what has happened already. That's all I'm saying.
Also, like her joining with Liz Cheney at the time didn't help that. Yeah, and then also Trump, for some reason, was effective in basically saying there were no wars under his administration. He's the guy that was going to have peace.
Okay, I didn't want to bring this up, but Trump also said he would end the Ukraine war right after he was elected.
Yeah, he just said we don't need to be in there, and he's like, it would. He said it would never happen.
He said if he wins the election, the war would be over 2 days after he wins the election.
Yeah, he said it would never happen. Right? Or he would say, basically he's saying he's going to end all the wars.
He will say anything. He will say anything.
He doesn't give any solution for it, but he's going to say, you know, but that's the thing. Kamala started associating herself with Liz Cheney.
You can't compare what Harris says versus what Trump says, man.
He won.
Trump is just lying constantly. There's just like complete bullshit that just spews from his mouth every single fucking hour.
I know.
And Harris is trying to offer like legitimate, measured out solutions.
But
people went for the bullshit.
She took the wrong turn.
Ate that bullshit up, man.
Trump was saying he made himself out to be the no wars guy. Unfortunately, that's not true. But
working out well, man. Working out well.
Well, he won.
Oh, working out well.
He
clearly
did. I mean, he won. He won. So
looks like we're gonna get into this new era.
I'm not saying that there's not going to be
prosperity, my friend. Peace and prosperity with Trump.
Oh, I know that.
It's looking
I
good.
agree. It's not gonna be.
It is looking good, man.
But he said what he said what he had to say to win. Basically, people bought it. And that's Kamala hanging out
people bought it. People bought it.
Hanging out with Liz Cheney didn't help her.
People bought it. That's
hanging
the problem.
Out with let's go to defeat Iraq, and
people bought it. That's the problem.
And Kamala didn't do enough. It was hers to lose. I mean, hers.
No. It wasn't hers to lose.
No,
She was
it
behind
was,
already. She was already behind.
Yeah, I mean, it was right. It was going to be tough for her to win, and she had to do everything she could, and she didn't do any. Really didn't. She started. I think she started off great, but then she pivoted, and that caused the problem. I mean, of course, Biden, his administration. I mean, there's a lot there that, she's already kind of climbing uphill because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of countries had their governments overturned, because of the inflation thing. It's a global thing.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. It is
the only government that didn't was Mexico.
There's definitely a leaning towards more sort of counter government, new alternative governments ideas.
So
another fun fact: Texas just recently they're suing to end DACA on a federal scale.
That's terrible.
It just happened right after the election. Yay! Lots of good things happening, my friend.
Well,
so
he got elected, unfortunately, but
so I guess that
he was able to get elected.
That justifies everything, I suppose. Winner take all. Winner gets to do whatever.
Like I said, I think if Biden had done more for the working class people, and Kamala, was promoting solution, continuing to promote solutions for the working class with policy, that was the only chance for them to win. And I'm not sure if they would have won even with that.
Yeah,
but I know that's what happened in Mexico, and that the incumbency, they were even though despite inflation, they won because they did a lot of policies which helped working class people. And, they handed the government off to a woman, the first woman president in Mexico, first Jewish woman president in Mexico. And I don't know, I think I heard someone on MSNBC like, oh, these Latino men are voting for Trump because they're masochists. Well, Mexicans just voted for the first female president.
I mean, misogynist.
Misogynist, yeah. I'm sorry, masochist too. Some of them are masochists, maybe.
Misogynist, masochist.
Misogynist,
yeah.
It
could be both, you're right.
Which is just a terrible thing to say, right? But yeah, I mean, they just elected a female Jewish president in Mexico.
All right. Also, another interesting
because of the policies.
Another interesting factoid.
Yeah.
Did you hear about all the young black people getting texts about?
Oh, the slavery thing.
Yeah. Show up at this plantation.
Yeah,
so we can
terrible.
Pick you up.
Who did that, by the way?
They haven't figured it out yet.
Oh.
It was like sent out to like I don't know how many thousands.
That's terrible.
Pretty goddamn disturbing. And of course, like all the MAGA trolls living it up, like Nick Fuentes, our buddy.
He was pretty happy about saying he owned women or something.
Oh yeah, he was saying his whole message is your body, my choice. What a little.
Are they going to blame women for voting for Trump too? I mean,
I think we should. No, just
well,
kidding. No,
I mean, that's the problem.
I think no. I blame America. I blame America as a whole.
Well, if you want to blame anyone,
because something,
blame the white males.
People in Jersey and California went more conservative this year as well.
Well, Trump won
disturbing
10 more counties in California than he did in 2020.
So it's like the lean is toward that direction.
Don't you think there was some problem though with the campaigning? I mean, there were certain Republicans that didn't win in their states, like Arizona. Carrie Lake lost.
Yeah,
although Trump still got elected.
She only lost by 2%.
But Gallego won, and even in North Carolina, Robinson lost.
Well, it's Robinson.
Yeah, but Trump still won.
Yeah.
So what is the deal with that? What do you think is that? What's going on there?
I think it's the bottom line. It's just they're sick of paying too much for their groceries.
So, but
I think that's the bottom line.
But why did they not elect the Republican in that case?
Well, it's because most people are not going to change their entire political outlook simply based on one factor. That's.
I I mean, it takes a lot of effort to just vote for Trump and not vote for the other Republican. Just down ballot.
Well, think about the other Republican. Think about Carrie Lake. She's an absolute nut job.
Yeah. Well, isn't Trump a nut job?
But they like his messaging. They like that guy for whatever reason. It's like he hits an emotional chord with so many people.
So it's a credit to Trump as opposed to maybe the credit to the candidate.
I think it's a credit to stupidity. That's
what about but they didn't vote for Carrie Lake. Yeah. I mean Carrie Lake didn't win.
It's a 2% differential.
So there are people that voted for Trump that didn't vote for Carrie Lake that voted for Gallego.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
2% differential, man. 2%.
Yeah. I mean, 2% is not.
It's not insignificant.
Yeah.
But that said,
and then Robinson as well.
Well, Robinson is also a Nazi black.
He's a black Nazi, which I just don't understand that. But people voted for Trump.
I would be really disturbed if you could understand that.
Is it because he was black that they didn't vote for him or something?
No, it's
even though he's a Republican.
It's because he professes to be super religious.
But I mean,
he was.
So does Trump.
No, he doesn't. Not really.
Oh, the Bible! I love the Bible.
Holding the Bible in front of the church.
I love it. What's that book? 1 Corinthians.
What? 2 Corinthians. Oh my God.
I mean, there's got to either got to be some sort of charismatic presence that Trump has that those candidates don't.
I don't know.
Or there's something about the Democratic candidates that were able, like for Senate, that were able to win.
Makes no sense.
Because that what Kamala wasn't able to do. It's either one of those two, or possibly a combination of both. Because Trump is just as much a nut as those guys, right?
I'm gonna summarize my take on the whole situation. Okay. Nothing fucking matters in American politics anymore.
Okay, so you know that Alan Lichtman guy that predicts.
Yeah.
I mean, he was wrong.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, it's he has his 13 keys.
Yeah.
I think you can actually like narrow it down to maybe 3 or 4 keys.
Money.
Economy. The incumbent has a good economy, or a bad economy. Second, is maybe approval, favorability, charisma, and maybe that's essentially it. And then third, maybe the challenger. What are they offering?
I don't know.
That's basically it.
This is
and then,
confounding.
I think policy for working class people. That's the 4 keys.
Okay. Well, I think we can safely assume that nobody knows anything. So
I think it's.
And I'm sticking to it. I think
it's pretty obvious that it's number one thing is economic. Yeah. The feeling of what the economy is for most of the people.
Yeah,
especially working class people.
Money trumps all.
And if you don't give any policies for working class people, they're probably not going to vote for you.
Did Trump offer no policies?
He offered a solution that was like
he offered jack shit.
Immigrants are the problem.
He offered
social policies.
Let's be honest, he offered jack shit.
No, he had no policies, but he said that was the problem.
Okay, all right.
And so populism, basically. Okay. And if there was no populism on the left, he won.
Cheers to a great next 4 years.
There is a 30% chance that because of his age, Trump will die during office.
He's going to live forever.